Stay tuned for urban legends to ghostly tales of the paranormal, because now it's time for
Message on the Wall.
This is Message on the Wall and Haunted Cemeteries in Kentucky. First we go to Louisville and the Cave Hill Cemetery, with Cave Hill Road running straight through this parkland setting. The roads within the cemetery twist and turn, forming roundabouts with a large pond set at the top end. Here at night it's said that green lights can be seen floating between the trees, and there are sounds like gravestones being overturned. And sat beside Cave Hill Cemetery is the Eastern Cemetery with access off Baxter Avenue. The cemetery is now run down with vandalism, having destroyed some fine works of art. It may be worth a visit in the day, but at night it becomes a resting place for the homeless, who may be less welcoming than the dead. There are stories of an old woman that tends the graves of the children, and shadowy figures have been seen wandering the grounds. Going south along Gene Snyder Fairway and onto North Preston Highway is Ebron Lane and Ebron Lane Cemetery. The story goes that this is a haunt of an old lady who with her lantern is searching for her cat. Moving on to Bloomfield, there is the haunted Maple Grove Cemetery. The graves are set back from the road in a rolling meadow with access off Taylorsville Road. Interred in the cemetery are a couple with a sad tale to tell. It was during an 1824 political campaign, when tactics got dirty, that a handbill was published accusing Colonel Solomon Sharp of seducing Anna Cook, with the result of a stillborn child. The pamphlet said this had taken place 4 years before, but Anna had recently married, and her husband, Jeroboam Beecham, being of a prominent family, was so enraged that he went to confront Sharp, not to get an explanation or an apology, but to kill him. And kill him he did, stabbing him to death. Beecham was charged with the murder and sentenced to hang. To cut the story short, Anna was allowed to share his cell, and when the day came for Jeroboam to hang, the couple, using a knife, attempted suicide. When it was discovered what they had done, the guards dragged the dying Jeroboam out to the gallows, where he was hung before he could die by his own hand. Anna died around the same moment, and at the couple's request were placed together in a single coffin in an embrace. But Anna and Jeroboam seem to have parted in death, as it is only Anna who is seen, often walking along the road and through the cemetery. Our last haunted cemetery in Kentucky is the Grand View Cemetery at Vine Grove, some 18 miles west of Elizabethtown. Situated at the very end of St. John's Road, that is no more than a narrow country lane, hidden away in the trees, the graveyard that was given the name Gates of Hell Cemetery some 20 years ago has suffered from vandalism as well as satanic rites. At night it's a place for thrill seekers, with stories of a green orb, glowing headstones, and something that chases people off. So this remote graveyard may be best visited during the day. And that is Haunted Cemeteries in Kentucky. You have been listening to Message on the Wall, brought to you in association with Paranormal Parodies. You can find Paranormal Parodies at paranormal-parodies.com.